even though no one's really watching, which is okay with me. Today I decided to change things up and stream another games that I actually currently play, honestly, a fair bit. I did want to try to get the entrance sequence for this game. It's called Genshin Impact. And yes, I'm going to be badly mispronouncing words in this whole game. I did want to get the whole beginning intro, but I was having some issues with my stream. So, unfortunately, that has changed a bit. But here we go. We just started off. Nothing has done. I honestly collected a few crabs. Because I have learned you can never have too many of those. So it's basically, this is a brand new account, brand new game, so we have to follow and learn everything as we go. And I'm grabbing crabs. So I will say it will be a bit slow at the beginning. Just because we are pretty low level. So it will go through a lot of the basics. Like, and honestly, I won't have that much power right now.
The path ends here. Guess we'll just have to climb. Climbing depletes stamina, and depleted stamina takes time to recover. Okay, let's take the route we planned. We're off to a statue of the seven.
So, if you don't know the game,
exactly?
the little floating person, we're not sure what she is. Her name's Paimon. She's like your little guide to the game. So she will stay with you the whole time.
Oh, wow.
Right now, because it's just started, I cannot participate in any of the events, which is perfectly fine for me, but this account will basically, I'm hoping to be done all on stream. So,
That's a statue of the seven.
sorry, I had to make sure I was recording.
There are a few of these statues scattered across the land to show
Just
the
that way I
seven
can keep the
protection over
videos
the world.
afterwards and post them
Among
as
the
well.
seven, Paimon's not sure. Paimon will take you to the animal god's place first, and
Yes, I'm sorry if I go a little quick through the chat. Just,
as we all know, poetry and language flow like the wind. There'll definitely be someone there who knows about your brother. At least that's what Paimon thinks. Whether the gods actually answer you is a different story. You never know unless you try. So let's hop to it.
and this will be a complete free-to-play game. So my goal is never to spend money on this game.
Over.
And I want to actually, I'm curious to see how far I can get, because you can get a lot of items and wishes, which you'll go through later if you haven't played. You'll get a lot of those as you actually play and complete tasks, so it's actually pretty good. Again, so with this, I've had to change it to, I will try my hardest to remember not to click off my screen that I'm playing on. I had to set it up a little bit differently today, so I'm hoping this also helps with the disconnect issues. So we're honestly going to see how that goes today. So the area I can find right now is pretty low, but the map is pretty big. As you can see all the statues.
Ooh, seems all you had to do was just touch the statue and
If you guys have any questions or anything, you can throw it in the chat. I am glancing over at it, so
as much as they may want it, people in this world can never get a hold of powers as easily as you. It's a bit rude to say that about the power. If we keep heading west from here, we'll eventually reach Mondstadt, the city of freedom. Mondstadt is the city of wind because they worship the god of Animo. So perhaps, because you got power from the god of Animo, you can find some clues there. There are also lots of bards there, so perhaps one of them has heard news of your brother. Let's move then. The elements in this world responded to your prayers, and Paimon thinks that's a lovely sign.
I'm gonna try not to speak as I'm playing, as the characters are talking, just in case you haven't played this. You can actually get more of what this game is about. The style of the artwork is amazing. It's nice pastels. It's a very beautiful game. As I am being set on fire. So let's just go into the water to stop that.
Windblade. Be gone.
Use curing.
These are the animal powers you got from the Statue of the Seven. Oh, Paimon's so jealous. Why doesn't Paimon get cool fighting powers?
Okay, so now I really have to remember my stamina is not the best right now, just because it's a new game. So I'm gonna slowly collect items. There it is.
Wow, what is that? There's something huge in the sky. It's headed towards the heart of the forest.
First, I kind of want the
With caution.
chest. Like any kind of loot game too, in the chest there's a bunch of items that will be helpful as you continue on the game. Like when I bring up the character, I can now level her up. Yeah, we're gonna keep those for now. Ooh, I have one artifact. These for now will do, because it's just the beginning of the game. I kind of know what ones I want to use eventually, but that is because yes. Yeah, wait. Yes, you unfortunately have to. I think there's a chest. Yes, there is. Again, just to help level up characters, you want to get the chest because they have especially at the beginning, they'll have a good amount of items you actually, as you even go on, it will help you with items. Honestly, you can't discount them, but and I missed the fish, but I'm more interested in this right now. Again, I have to really remember my stamina is not the best. Let's get back on the path. Because defeating enemies as well gives you at least a little bit of experience, so it's always good to do. So that way you're also not... Sorry, I get lost in trains of thoughts. You're not using, especially on the lower levels, then you're not using as much of your items to level up. But because I have a bunch of these and can go up a level, I'm going to use them. So it goes into all depths on all your stats, depending on what you want. It's hard, honestly, as you'll see a bit later as we go. It's harder to build the Traveler because we're assuming the Traveler can use all the elements. But because it's a cutscene, I am going to let them actually talk.
Look at that!
Don't be afraid. It's all right now. I'm back.
Is he talking to a dragon?
Who's there?
That was cool. Luckily, Paimon managed to grab hold of your hair. Thanks. Just what was that? Paimon thought we were gonna get eaten. It definitely has something to do with that weirdo who was talking. Yeah. Oh, what's that? There's some kind of shiny red thingy on the... Let's go take a closer look. Be
Honestly,
careful.
I
Paimon doesn't have a good feeling
I
about
do
this.
like Paimon as a character. Some of the lines that they have
Paimon's
are
never seen a
pretty
stone like this
pretty
before,
good.
So Paimon can't tell what it is. All Paimon knows is that it's dangerous. Best we put it away for now. Okay, we've got it. Now let's get out of here.
Say I saw the mushroom.
Hey you! Stop right there!
May the Animo God protect you, I am Amber, outrider for the Knights of Favonius. You don't look like citizens of Mondstadt. Explain yourselves.
Like, I do like Amber's character design, to be honest. Her coloring is actually pretty good.
That's what all the troublemakers say. Doesn't sound like a local name to me. And this mascot, what's the deal with it?
Honestly, a running joke throughout this is that Paimon's emergency food.
Hey! That's even worse than being a mascot!
So to sum it up, you're traveling partners, right? Well, look, there's been a large dragon sighted around Mondstadt recently. Best you get inside the city as soon as possible. It's not far from here. I'll escort you there.
Oh, aren't you out here for some other reason?
I am, but not to worry. I can keep you both safe while doing that too. Besides, I'm still not sure if I can trust you two just yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably not something I should say as a knight. I give you my apologies, strange yet respectable travelers.
That sounded so fake.
Do you have something against the type of language usage prescribed by the Knights of Favonius handbook?
So you do get a bunch of characters to start with. So
Suspicious travelers, what are you doing in Mondstadt?
She got separated from...
I mean, so it does take you through a lot. Yeah, 2-star weapon's going to be a little nicer. Same with equipping the one other artifact we have.
Paimon is her travel buddy, helping her to find her brother.
Oh, looking for your
So-
family? Huh.
In the game, there are 7 different
Okay, let me finish my other stuff first,
elements.
and then I can help you put up posters around the city.
more
What exactly is it you
common
need to finish doing first?
amino.
It's
Oh,
simple.
sorry.
You
Again, I'm
understand
really
it a
bad at
bit.
pronouncing names. Come on. I thought I... Again, she is level 1, so I will say I am not the best with archers. I try to have one on my team, but I am not the best with them.
These monsters have been getting too close to the city recently. My task this time is to clear out their camp.
Making sure I didn't leave any items behind. And if you look in the top left corner, there is where the navigation usually leads to a little mini map, so you don't have to keep opening the large one. So some characters honestly use those little decoys. That one just so happens to explode. I do like my sword characters a little better. In full honesty, I do.
Nothing to it. Though I've gotta say, you surprised me a little with your moves there. Thanks for the backup. How'd it feel?
Now that you mention it, how is it the hilly trails ended up here? These creatures don't seem like the type to set up camp so close to cities like this.
Exactly. It's more normal for them to be much further out in the wilderness. But because the dragon, Storm Terror, has been around a lot more recently, our orchards have been destroyed and the local market has been affected as well. When the storms hit, we usually end up with at least a few injuries, so the Knights of Favonius have been tied up doing the best they can to defend the area.
So these annoying creatures have been getting closer and closer to the city?
Exactly. That said, clearing this camp helps make the area a little bit safer. Come with me. A responsible knight must make sure to see you to the city safely.
Yes. After I collect my chest. As you get higher rank, like your adventure rank, as that gets higher, you do get better rewards from chests, which is nice. So if you hit the shortcut V, it does take you... actually, I need to go through the path. And that's because if you jump from a high enough height, you actually lose health. I wonder if it will... You get an achievement for it, unfortunately. So you kind of have to learn that jumping causes you to lose health. Huh. Usually you get some sort of achievement for that. I guess because I didn't die with it. Yes, Paimon is a little foodie.
What should I cook next? Oh, are you travelers from around here as well?
No, we just happen to be passing by. What are you cooking? Smells good!
I see. Welcome, travelers.
There's different quests. There's small little side quests and main story quests that will help you gain rank, gain experience, items, and everything.
I'm Lynn, the survival expert of the Adventurers Guild. As you can see, I'm experimenting with some new recipes. Eat before you go. The first rule in the Wilderness Survival Guide.
Food has different bonuses in this game. It can either revive a character that has no health left. It can actually heal you. There's some that boost your attack and defense stats. As we get closer to the mountain, which is an area I'm not able to get to yet, there's one food that will help you not be affected by the cold as quickly. So food is pretty important.
Picnic? Oh, Paimon just loves picnics! My travel partner here is good at cooking as well.
Oh, there's a cooking pot right there. Show me what you got. It's good to have someone to practice with. There are some mushrooms and meat in the barrel over there. Try making a chicken mushroom skewer for me.
So
I'm the survival expert of the Adventurers Guild. Nice to meet you.
there's some items that you have to process. A whole bunch of different recipes. We have to cook a couple of these. I don't really have an arrow. The characters, some characters give you bonuses. So to cook it perfect, you have to get it into that little orange spot. It's pretty easy.
Is it done? Let me try.
Uh-oh.
Now that's really tasty. You are indeed gifted.
Paimon told you so.
With your culinary skills, you should try more difficult dishes. Oh, I've got some raw ingredients in my bag. Have them in return for this meal.
Can we really have them? Won't you run out of ingredients?
That's okay. You should be able to find lots of ingredients when exploring the wilderness. Don't forget to look carefully. There's also a restaurant in Mondstadt known as Good Hunter that sells food and ingredients. Go have a look when you've got the time.
Okay, thank you for the info. Hey, leave some chicken mushroom skewers for Paimon.
Never go adventuring on an empty stomach.
So like I said, when you complete a quest, it gives you a whole bunch of items. Actually, Archer would be easy. Unfortunately, Amber can really only get one at a time. Which, to start off with as an archer, is not bad. There is much better archers in the game. But for now, let's follow this quest and go to Mondstadt. There will be a lot of cutscenes and everything for the next bit, just because it is the start of a new game. Like I've said before, it's... And like I said, the art style is very pretty in this game.
Let me officially introduce the city of wind, dandelions, and freedom. Travelers under the protection of the Knights of Favonius, welcome to Mondstadt.
Finally, no more having to camp outdoors. But the city folk don't look too cheery.
Everyone's been put out of place by storm terror recently. But everything will turn out fine as long as Jean's with us.
Jean?
Acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. Jean, Defender of Mondstadt.
You can get Jean as a character, and she's actually pretty good because she's a healer and her attack is decent.
With Jean on our side, surely even the vicious storm terror will be no match for us. Before I take you guys to the Knights of Favonius headquarters, I have a present for you, traveler. It's a reward for helping me clear out that Hilichurl camp.
Hey! Why doesn't Paimon get a reward?
Because this reward is useless to you, Paimon. But I'll treat you to a traditional Mondstadt delicacy, sticky honey roast.
Sticky honey roast!
Come with me. We'll head to the city's, high ground.
So it does go through the different things. That was hitting J, which is the short key to your quest menu. This is also on mobile. I only play it on my computer. So you can cancel. You see your possible quest rewards down below. Sprint a little.
This used to be a bustling street, but with so many storm terror attacks recently, the usual crowds are nowhere to be seen. Except for the local tavern near the city wall over there. They haven't been affected. If anything, their business is better than ever.
Just getting up higher.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
I just don't really have the stamina to fully climb yet. And it does tell you how to get more stamina. There is a way. I just want to check. I was going to say I did think I had another artifact. I am going to use the Traveler more as a damage dealer, so giving her the artifacts sooner is a better choice.
So, the present I want to give you is a wind glider. Outriders use them to ride the wind, and the people of Mondstadt love using them too. I brought you here to give it to you, so you can experience it right away.
Oh, you're really excited about these wind gliders, huh?
Well, that's because the wind is the heart and soul of Mondstadt. Alrighty then, enough talk. Let's give it a whirl. It's easy to use, but you still need to pay attention to my instructions.
I will be honest, it took me a while to get this fully down at the start. So you basically want to jump and then you hit spacebar to open the wind glider. Instead of falling, you basically glide down on the wind. Really convenient when you want to kind of float down from high places instead of running all the way around.
The sky.
I almost forgot how many cutscenes were up here.
How are you staying afloat like this with just a wind glider?
I'm preventing your fall with the power of 1,000 winds. Now, concentrate. See yourself grasping the wind. Harness its energy.
Who said that?
So it's just basically I'm left clicking and holding it down to shoot at Storm Terror.
Are you hurt?
You've actually got the power to go up against the dragon. Are you a new ally? Or a new storm?
Storm Terror is attacking Mondstadt itself! Kaya, Traveler, you've come at the right time. We must...
Hold on, Amber. Are you perhaps forgetting to introduce us?
Oh, right. This is Kaya, our cavalry captain. These two are travelers from afar.
From afar. Is that all we know of them?
Long story short...
I see. Welcome to Mondstadt. Though you haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. I understand the anguish of being separated from family. I'm not really sure why you're looking for the Animo God. Oh, but everyone has their secrets, right? Relax. I won't press you for more. First and foremost, on behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I would like to extend our thanks to you for your help just now.
We really couldn't leave it.
Your fight to defend the city against the dragon just now was witnessed by no small number of citizens. The acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius is also very interested in meeting you, and formally invites you both to our headquarters.
So right now you just get to choose between some of these. I do like that one. It's just some that are unlocked because you play on PC and others that are locked until you get actual items in. I'm just gonna level her up. And let's head to the headquarters. And now because we have the gliders, we don't have to always walk around so much.
This seems to be the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Let's head in.
So there's not much in this area.
Jean, what's the hurry? I thought we agreed to meet them here.
There have been sightings of storm terror outside the city. Once we meet, we must...
Relax. I'll lend a hand when the time comes.
Jean, I brought them. And once it was over, I brought them straight here.
Mondstadt welcomes you, Windborn travelers. I am Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This is Lisa, our resident librarian.
Oh, are you sweeties here to help us out? You're both so adorable. Sadly, the timing is regrettable. Storm terror has caused quite a ruckus in the region since its recent resurgence. Simply put, Mondstadt's elemental sphere and ley lines are now akin to a yarn ball in the paws of a kitten.
I forgot she made that likeness.
For a mage, it couldn't get much worse. My skin is one elemental particle away from a full-blown breakout.
If it weren't for this interference, the Knights of Favonius would have better ways to help you than just putting up missing person posters. We simply ask that you repose in Mondstadt while we help you seek out your brother.
Paimon will help too.
Good. In that case, we need a plan.
With Storm Terror now directly attacking Mondstadt, we may have an opportunity to cut this problem off at the source. Lisa has revealed the sources of Storm Terror's power with her detection magic.
Is that so?
They're located in the abandoned Four Winds temples. Storm Terror's ability to whip up these kinds of storms can be attributed to it drawing power from the temples.
Our objective is to deal with 3 of the 4 temples. I trust everyone understands why we are only dealing with 3.
Paimon doesn't.
Knights of Favonius, time is against us. The storm is rampant. There's no point in maintaining a defensive position. Alright, we need to take initiative and act before the situation escalates.
So this is where you can actually make wishes to get different characters, weapons. Most of these you do have to pay for. Like I said, this is going to be a free-to-play account, so anything I do, I'm going to wait till I get like groups of 10, either by wishes or by the primo gems, and then go for it. This will be my first pull. I do want Noelle on my team. She is really good with shields, and she's a Geo, so if you build her correctly, she honestly is a tank. Okay, so now we have to leave.
From now on, the adventures will probably get more and more dangerous. We should make sure we're prepared. We could...
Yeah, so you can level up your weapon. Auto add uses different starred material. 1 star is the lowest, 5 is the highest. You can see the stats that changed. So the base attack was 33, now it's 60. So it adds 60 to your attack. Before we go visit the blacksmith, actually, I want to go down this way because we will be coming back to Mondstadt, and it's a lot easier when you have the waypoints unlocked. At least this one to start with, because then you can teleport there. So the blacksmith in Mondstadt is over here.
There's the blacksmith.
Why? Over there. Take your pick.
Wow.
Of course. I sell weapons, make them to order, and do refinements. All in the job description for a blacksmith. All you need is the ore. Anywhere. Everywhere. You look confused. Listen, I'll tell you where the nearest deposits are. Bring some back and I'll help you forge what you need. No need. I have other things to do.
He seems like a short-tempered guy. Was it something we said?
So these right here are dandelion seeds. You need a winged character to use their special and honestly get the seeds from it. So on a chest like this, you find a couple of them. You need a pyro character to burn the vines off, and then once it's burnt, you can open the chest. The little pyro slimes do like to explode once you get them down to health. So we're looking for ore, which is over here. So you basically attack these to break them up to get the ore. It is easier with a claymore character instead of just a sword. Now, because the blacksmith is so close to inciting gates, I'm not using the waypoint. It's honestly not that worth it. Just gonna grab the mint. Go back and speak.
What do you want? Oh, these are okay, I guess. Should be able to salvage something from them.
So you can build different weapon enhancement crystals, different prototypes, different types of swords, which you need a whole bunch of different items for. I'm going to obtain those because they don't take long.
If you ever find ore in the future, you can always come and see me. Ideally when I'm not busy. A blacksmith's work takes focus and concentration. It does not take small talk with customers. When the craft is good, business is good. That's all there is to this trade, and anyone who tells you different is trying to con you. Now, if there's nothing else, I'll carry on with my work.
He's certainly committed to his work. Paimon will give him that. His temper isn't good.
So we want to navigate to meet Amber. Which at least this one is pretty close. You can actually, once you have domains unlocked, which you'll see instead of it being red, it will turn the blue fully. Sorry, meat is good because when you cook it, it creates steak, and that's one of the revive items.
This is it. One of the deserted temples of the Four Winds. These temples have been left to waste for years now. But there's a chance there's a monster nest or Hilitrol camp inside. Even Storm Terror has given up on its own temple. Yes. I also find
Sorry, I
it
should have
hard
said
to
that.
accept, but Storm Terror was once one of the Four Winds.
Huh?
Wait! Did you just feel that? The wind here. Something's off. Let's go in and take a look. Be careful. The dragon's power is disturbing this area.
Even though you guys can't see it, in the lower right corner, I do have it covered because it does display my user ID. So this is what I mean by unlocking. It turns blue, and then you can actually teleport to these domains once you have unlocked them. So we really only have the two characters right now. If you go into details, we can't level them up anymore. We don't have any more artifacts. There's Constellations. So what these do as well is when you pull for different characters, if you already have the character, you get one of their items. So Amber, Stella. Each one has a different one for their own. You get one of those and you can get all 6. They give different bonuses. Some of them give some of them up levels of their talents, which as you build characters, and I'll show you as we go on to build the character, it's good to level up their talents as well. Because then they get more attack when they do their elemental. Sorry, I should have started instead of cancelled. So always look around for...
You can use that console to open the door.
different chests and everything.
Wow, I can see so far into the temple.
So let's burn these vines because they're in our way. Again, I kind of knew that before. Just because I saw we got an artifact. Again, right now these are basic. And as we go, we'll get into the higher level artifacts and the different specials that they can do. And what ones you want on certain characters. So that does explain it. And I'll show you that in a second. So this is what it's talking about. When you press, if you're using a mouse, if you press a little circle, you see what items can actually be set on fire. So his shield, so if I go, it will burn off his shield. I want to do those items. Those I want to save in case if I can jump up.
Let it rain. Oh no!
There we go.
A horn! The fighting must have got them riled up. Well, good thing I prepared my secret weapon, explosive puppet Berry Bunny.
Actually, they should be fine. We're gonna explode those ones. Huh. I really thought he would. There we go. It's always nice to break everything because you'll get 2 different items. Sometimes they don't have anything, other times they do. So, and this is why in domains you can't climb a lot of stuff you would normally be able to climb. Which does kind of suck. Like normally you would be able to climb a wall out in the world, but in domains you can't. So let's start with her.
Are those explosive barrels over there?
The explosive ones are obviously the ones with red.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
So her little bunny acts as a decoy actually. So they go for attacking that instead of you.
No escape. Bet you can't keep up with me.
And different elements can get a reaction from each other. So the scroll with her, if say another character, if another character is affected by pyro, I'm just because I can. So if I switch to her, it carries that fire with it. I was too slow. So it will carry the fire with it and do actually more damage to your enemies because of that. Okay. It will explain what these are.
It's so high. Seems like there's something up there.
But how do we get across? Isn't this a pyro monument? If we hit it with a powerful pyro attack, we might trigger it.
Which is what we did. Oh. And this is why I said you always want to look around you for chests. Because sometimes they are hiding where you normally wouldn't go. So then you just take off. You look at the top of everything else. I don't spot anything else. So we're going to fly over. So we're doing a sweep for different treasure chests. There is not any. So we're going to continue to go in here.
Dragon's breath. Is that where the power's coming from? Great. Look. Phew, I'm tired. But at least this way we've helped Jean out. In the past, we were at least able to defend the city and keep it safe. This, of course, is mostly thanks to Jean. But now with Storm Terror directly attacking the city itself, the winds change. So too should our tactics. It's what Lisa likes to say. Speaking of which,
Lisa was the girl in
winds
purple
we were
from before.
discussing earlier, if If you want to learn more about our history, you can ask Lisa. I'm not saying I don't know our history. It's just... I mean, a librarian is supposed to be more knowledgeable than an outrider, right?
Amber's not a big book person. Like I said, as you get into higher levels, you will get more items from the chest. So now that we've actually collected everything, did what we did, so we're going to leave instead of writing the 900 and some odd seconds. Okay, so we're going to go into our character screen. I do like leveling up one character at a time. But since Amber is a lower level, we're going to use these. There's the lowest one, those ones give 1,000. These give 5,000. And the 4-star gives 20,000. So you can press and hold the plus by, and it'll go up by 10 until you reach the limit. Well, that's the limit for... Actually... I didn't think she had one, so we'll give her one. There. So we have 5 artifacts on her. Now we have to go to another temple. Uh-oh. I angered some people. Or not. So another chest we have to kind of free up. Ah, that's... These are dinero, so like the grass, earth element ones. They do like to hide in the grass. What you would have to do with them is use a pyro skill to actually get them to come out so you can fight them. Otherwise, they honestly just hide on you. So I will take you through looking into everything once we're done the temples. Because after that, we are given a bit more freedom with crests. And you always have to reach a certain adventure rank to continue on quests. So it's a good idea to go around and explore too, because it helps increase your rank. Boar give you meat as well, so they like to run. Again, I'm not the best with an archer. Pine cones. Okay, so these, it took me a while to actually learn how to get those. Those give you electro shards. And I will show you if you go up to attack it like a regular ore, you get shocked. So, to get them, you actually use someone with a pyro skill to knock them apart. And then you get your electro shard. The fruit is really good when you start off because it does heal you. There you go, because this tends to pull. So you can hold your left click and it goes through a series of attacks. There's just... That will help me.